I mean, you go to see the ladies at The View. Were they what you expected, the women of The View?
All right, ladies.
Cheryl Hines put her dukes up when she sat down with the ladies at The View a couple weeks ago, and she assumed they were going to have some questions in relation to her husband, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who is the U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services.
Completely different from anyone I had ever met in my life.
That's for sure.
I know you ladies. I know you love to talk about it.
You know, they got to check up for their audience. You know, they got to
know.
post up. Like Joy Behar's got to do her thing.
I like that you say it with attitude.
I don't know what the thing is that Billy Bush is referring to that Joy Behar has to do, but Joy did start the interview off with Cheryl asking the first question. I think it was a very pointed first question, like in terms of like deciding what the first question was going to be.
Tell us why you think that show resonates with so many people.
Joy asked about Cheryl's career, her work on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
But I appreciate that honesty.
Me too.
I like, this is, tell it like it is.
Makes it easier.
Yeah.
It makes it easier.
After Sarah asked a lighthearted question about the courtship that happened in between Robert and Cheryl, Sonny the lawyer was ready to litigate.
Now,
So you were supportive of his decision to support Trump?
I was at the beginning, what's the word? I was guarded. It was what it was. They just wanted to
They want to dive into
grill
politics.
me about Bobby.
Now, I would call Sonny's questioning grilling, yeah. Sarah did not do any grilling at all.
I went into her dressing room before to try to make her feel a little bit better.
And Joy and Whoopi actually went out of their way to not grill Cheryl.
You know, Cheryl, it's not fair
Yeah.
to really put you on the spot about
Thank
him
you.
because you're his wife. I know that. But when you say that they are pro-vaccine, it seems as though Bobby and Trump are casting doubt on the efficacy of the vaccine, which makes Americans very nervous. So that's the problem that we're having.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand that.
Cheryl?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now,
all right.
I am. This is not your fight, really, to be fighting.
Yeah.
This is your husband's fight.
Thank you for acknowledging that, but go ahead. But hear what
I
we're
just
talking
wanna
about.
say,
Yeah.
I do want to say, he's not a doctor and he's not a professional.
Yes.
And oftentimes when he's talking, he is speaking not with the best information that we can get.
Can you tell when someone hasn't read your book? When
Yes. I mean, I don't think the ladies on The View asked me one question about my book.
And you write in your book that friends called voicing concern, saying, you can't let Bobby do this. He's going to get Trump elected.
So there's that. And Sarah mentioned the detail about their engagement.
When he proposed to you without a ring, I think there was some Spanish moss involved.
Yes.
Something that she probably learned reading the book. And yeah, I do agree that the ladies could have asked Cheryl a couple more questions about her book, but I mean, there would have been fairly generic questions like, why did you decide to write this? Or, how much involvement did Bobby have? But actually, most authors don't want to talk about their book really when they do interviews because, yeah, they want people to go buy their book. They don't want to give it all away in interviews. And Cheryl's book is a memoir. So the preview for the book is really Cheryl herself.
Is all press good press? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
Right?
I guess.
So here's the thing. The View is very, very, very good press for an author. Actually, it's the best press possible. There's no bigger uptick or spike in sales for a book than when an author goes on The View. Yeah, and that's what Joy pointed out on the Behind the Tables podcast after Cheryl's interview.
It just shows you the power of selling a book.
We do sell a lot of books. It does
That's the
seem like
motivation, no matter how hard the interview is. And it was tough on her.
Yeah, so while Whoopi sold it as like Cheryl came on as some public servant.
We don't often get people on this show who we can ask these questions to.
No.
And I appreciate that you came on.
Cheryl was there to sell her book. And reality is, Cheryl, I mean, I don't want to sound too mean about this, but, people who have a supporting role on a sitcom for 12 seasons don't get book deals. The reason you got a book deal is that now you're married to RFK Jr.
My husband was going to come on, and I said, maybe don't.
Grilling? Give me a break. What do you think? With Cheryl, saying that, she got grilled on The View.
Well, I thought it was a tough spot for her because even though she's not responsible for the crazy things he says, she's still his wife.
I was actually hoping that it was going to be more personal